What's up, guys? Welcome to Flips and Bricks. I am Pete Forrester, and you already know we're taking a deep dive into sneakers, streetwear, and collectibles. Okay guys, you may remember that on Air Max Day, Nike teamed up with a bunch of different artists and influencers to create all of their own Air Maxes. And then everyone got to vote what their favorite one was, and Sean Wotherspoon of Round 2, his won. And so those are going into production to release next year. Now, he just found out, along with all the rest of us, that pairs have already been made and went out and they're being resold for a lot of money. He found a post on Instagram that he shared to his own Instagram where some reseller was trying to sell them for $9,000 a pair. And obviously he is upset, as anyone would be upset. But before we all jump on this train, Nike doesn't own and operate these factories. There are so many variables that come along with making this many thousands of products in this many different countries. So there's all sorts of loose threads everywhere. It's just a part of working in this industry, especially at that level. So on top of all that, Pusha's latest collaboration with Adidas, his EQT, the Bodega Babies, it just dropped. And so I got the opportunity to sit down with Pusha and talk to him about that collaboration, his whole relationship with Adidas, and a whole lot more. What's up, guys? We are here with Pusha T on the heels of his 4th collaboration with Adidas and EQT. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Has it been 4?
Yeah, this is the 4th one.
Oh man.
It's a lot.
Crazy, it's a lot.
Well, so the first 3, they were sort of conceptually centered around dealing, which is a hustle in and of itself. And on the Bodega's Babies video, they talk about the necessity of a hustle. I'm sort of wondering, for you, just conceptually, from like a philosophical point of view, what is the hustle? And why do you think it's important?
I feel like, the hustle basically, in a nutshell, is a means for survival. You gotta respect the hustle. You gotta respect anybody's way of like just getting to it and getting it and surviving out here. The Bodega Baby shoe is it just speaks to those corner kids and those kids who are getting it by any means necessary.
So a lot of kids buy shoes, they'll buy your shoes to resell.
Yeah.
And that's a hustle in and of itself.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of wondering if you think there's an irony to that or if that's sort of just perfect.
It's perfect, man. My godson is like a master at it. He's like really, really good. Yeah. Right? He's an awesome reseller. He just puts me on to things like, he'll tell me, something that I have in my collection. Right. I don't wear anything but Adidas. So anything he just sees in my closet, he's like, man, these are the such and such. Don't ever give these away, or let me have them because I can do this and I'll give you something back. It's good to see his enthusiasm. It's good to see how kids, they're working their business mind early with something that they're super, super passionate about. I liken it to me and my music, man. I love music. There's nothing better than making music and making money. Right. Doing something that you love and profiting. And
in a way that enriches the world.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Sure. So, as you know, because of your godson, a lot of times when kids sell something or resell something, they sell it for way over retail, sometimes double retail. Right. And I know, having worked with collaborators in the past, sometimes that can be irksome that the person who's reselling is making more than the retailer is making.
Irksome. Yeah. That's a great word. I've heard irk.
Right.
Man, that irk. Irksome is like really good. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you find that irksome?
Not at all.
Yeah.
I come from a time and an era where you had to have it. You had to have it, you had to do it. If you wanted to play in whatever game it is, you had to play it to the fullest. If you care about shoes like that and the demand is there, man, you gotta do whatever you gotta do to compete. That's how I look at it. Like for me, it was clothes back in the day. And it was like, man, you wanted to have the most exclusive, you wanted to be first. I would do anything to go up against the wall the day before something was supposed to drop. And have it just so I could go out that night and be like, look, y'all ain't seen this. And they probably have it a day later, but who cares? Right. It's just about man, it's the competitive spirit of it all. Yeah, man, that doesn't bother me, man. It's just the game. It's just the game, and you got to play it if you want to play it. If not, then hey, miss out.
Right. So like we talked about before, the first three were about, you know, centered around dealing. This is about bodegas. I'm wondering why you think it is specifically, or what it is specifically about these aspects of your past and your experience that you want to tell them, and what you want us to learn from it.
Well, basically, I named the shoe Bodega Babies because I was likening my growth and development with Adidas to my childhood. A lot of people know that I'm, you know, from Virginia, you know, raised in Virginia. Virginia's my stomping grounds. What people don't know is that I was really born in the Bronx, New York. I really lived in Tilden Towers, and my grandmother, every summer, I would stay with her, and she would send me as a young kid to the store. And for me, that was like my maturation. It was like, man, I've like grown, you know, I'm a big boy. Like I can go to the store. That store ended up being the hangout. That store ended up being the place where, you know, you cultivated relationships. You might have got into mischief. You might have got into, you know, hustling. You know, just a number of things. It's also the same store and in the same place that I like to come back to and pull up through and let people see you and be like, you know, that's dope. You out here, it's crazy. Right. You know, it was just me likening, like I said, my growth and development artistically and design-wise with Adidas. This is, like you said, it's the fourth shoe. I was saying 5 because we had a friends and family pair that just dropped.
Okay, yeah.
All right, that's the parallels of Bodega Babies, as well as, you know, the color. Like the color to me speaks to the richness. I was really going for I was trying to get a brown that just like, that symbolized like luxe, wealth, Celine. Celine was where I was like trying to draw the inspiration from in color. Right. And you know, this being like this being the fourth commercial drop, it's more so about this would be me, you know, if this is my timeline of life, this is me coming back to the block after I've made it. Yeah. Like look at here, I made it. Look, it's luxe, it's rich.
It's like full circle but with a step up.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that's it with Pusha.
Cool.
Thanks so much.
All right. Cool.
Thank you. That's it for this episode of Flips and Bricks. Don't forget to leave your comments and questions below. Anything is, I guess nothing is off limits, except of course, my hair.